introduction, if you are new to me, my name is Berta Lippert from bertalippert.com. I'm a speaker, trainer, and coach on health and wellness, and I'm trained and certified by Mayo Clinic. Where I specialize is helping people institute change in their lives so they can live happy and healthy lifestyles full of purpose and meaning. So this video is brought to you today by some conversations that took place on my Facebook page. Somebody was mentioning that it would be great if I could share some tips on how to eat healthy while you're traveling, because there can be some challenges that are associated with that. And as a lot of you guys know, I have a lot of experience doing that. So I've had to travel quite a bit for my career. I've been very, very blessed to be all over the world, up in front of tens of thousands of people, delivering seminars and speaking engagements. And so I definitely have experience with this. I'm going to share with you 5 things that I personally do that hopefully they can help you out as well. Okay, tip number 1 to eating healthy on the road is to avoid airport food. Now I know that seems pretty obvious, and it's actually very simple to do if you are prepared. One thing I always do, and always do this, is bring my own food on board the flights. So I just take a clear gallon Ziploc bag, and I always fill it up with a peanut butter sandwich, an apple, an orange, and a banana, and I'll bring a protein shake or something like that to tuck in there as well. And depending on where I'm going, if it's going to be a longer flight, I might bring a couple of sandwiches, but I always am prepared with food that I bring with me on the flight so that I have some healthy options. I also always bring an empty water bottle. So the first thing that I do once I'm through security is I go fill up that water bottle. So that I'll always be prepared with that as well. Tip number 2 is to choose your hotel wisely. What I will always do, if at all possible, is I will choose an extended stay hotel, you know, the ones that will have a kitchen in your room as well. I will always choose that. As long as it is clean and safe and quiet, that would be the hotel that I choose to stay at, because then I can go to the grocery store after I've checked in, get some food for the week. I can make my meals ahead of time for work the next day, or I can make dinner, you know, once I get home at night, with all the same kind of healthy options that I would have at home. Tip number 3 is to go to the grocery store. So what I just mentioned in tip number 2, where I stay at an extended stay hotel, I'll usually make a grocery run so I can get everything all set up for the however many days that I'm training. But what I will do if I can't find a hotel like that has a full kitchen, I at least make sure that I have a refrigerator, you know, those mini fridge, as well as a microwave. And most hotel rooms will at least have those 2 items. If you have those 2 items, you're good to go, because you can certainly stop by and get some groceries on the way home, something to make a meal, or again, if you're trying to prepare and get some lunches made up maybe for the next day. But here is something that you're going to be able to use if that's the situation. My buddy David and I talk a lot of food at the gym. We go to the same gym together, and he brought me these one day. He knows I do a lot of pre-cook and a lot of travel, and these are Zip-In steam bags. These are going to be great for you if you're in that situation where you don't, again, have a full kitchen, because all you have to do is you can take chicken and vegetables, whatever you want inside here, and you will basically be able to steam your healthy food right in the microwave for you. So again, maybe you don't have access to a full kitchen, but just think about these kind of things and maybe use these Zip-In steam bags to allow you to cook meals right there in your room while you're away from home. Tip number 4 is to simply reach out. And what I mean by that is, let's say that you're going on a business trip. If it was anything like mine, you usually at least had one point of contact. There was somebody that you were coordinating these travel arrangements with, right? So reach out to that person and just let them know and say, hey, I've got some health and wellness goals. I'd really like to try to stay on track while I'm out there, you know, working. Is there a hotel that you can recommend that has a kitchen in it? Or do you know any restaurants that have healthier options that I could go to? Or I know when I'm traveling abroad, when I'm overseas, I don't always drive. Sometimes I have a driver. So I'll just ask them too, hey, could you swing by the grocery store on the way back, and I'll run in real quick and grab some healthier options. Or, you know, you'd be surprised too. When I've had people know some of the wellness goals that I had, they would bring in healthier options just because they knew that I was trying to stay on track. They would bring in healthier options, for example, for meetings or lunches, things like that. People really are great. They really are supportive. But if they don't know that you got some goals that you're trying to keep track of, they may not know what they're able to do to help you while you're visiting. So number 4, my recommendation is to reach out, share your goals, and see where people can help out. Number 5, the last one, is effort. So you guys, you're going to have to put some effort into this if you want to stay on track while you're traveling, whether it's a fun trip or something for work, you can absolutely do it, but you will have to put some effort into it. You'll have to prepare and plan a little bit, but definitely by doing that, you'll be able to stay on track while you're on the road. There is one thing I wanted to say. If you're anything like me and you are traveling, especially when I travel abroad, is I really love learning the people and their cultures, which of course involves food a lot of the times. And I'm really adventurous when it comes to food. I love to try new foods. And so I know that I wanted to share with you that I don't restrict myself from that. I don't totally eliminate that. That's part of the fun while traveling. But just know that you can use the 5 tips that we talked about previously to try to keep things in check so that it doesn't get totally away from you while you're traveling. So by all means, you know, I'm all about happy and healthy lifestyles, and the happy part is just the fun part of when you're traveling. We'll usually include food. So again, I don't want you to eliminate it altogether, but just make sure you use the 5 tips to be able to help keep you on track, so again, that it doesn't get totally out of hand while you're on the road. So that is it, my friends. 5 tips to help you eat healthy while you are traveling. Number 1 was to avoid airport food or drive-through windows if you're driving by bringing your own. Number 2 was to choose your hotel wisely, and if at all possible, get a room that has a kitchen in it where you have a stove and a refrigerator so that you can prepare some of your meals right there in the hotel while you're traveling. Number 3 was to go to the grocery store. So you'll find lots of healthy options. Instead of having to go to a restaurant every single night, you'd be able to go through the grocery store and find some healthier options there. Number 4 was to reach out, and you would be surprised how many people want to support your goals and do whatever they can to help keep you on track while you're traveling. And number 5, we're going to have to put some effort into this if we want to stay on track, but it is absolutely doable. So thank you so much for allowing me to share my tips with you. Hopefully they help you too. And I am very curious, any tips that you have that you'd like to share, make sure you put them in the comments so I can learn those as well, and everybody else will see that. And if you're not already on my VIP list, make sure you head on over to bertavip.com to sign up. It is free, and it's where I share exclusive content that you won't find anywhere else on how to live a happy and healthy lifestyle full of purpose and meaning. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time.